are a big back bitch, like no, them niggas is gonna fuck you because they have to, and they're gonna find them something else better in America.
Passport girl's a thing. Let's talk about it.
Here's the reason why being a passport girl does not work. It don't even sound cool. Passport bros sounds like some legit ass shit. Like passport girls, like what the passport women, like what the fuck even is that? Now women try to do what men can do, and this right here proves time and time again that you fucking cannot. This is the dumbest idea. Women are like, oh yeah, let's go overseas and find us a husband. For fucking what? Like you get him his green card, he comes over here barely working a good job. There is no what's he gonna do? Cook and clean for you? I don't understand why a woman would go overseas to get a husband. Oh, he treats you like a queen. Bitch, like you're that much of a loser ass bitch, you can't get someone in America to treat you nicely? Like bitch, like what? Okay, they accept your attitude, baby. That's what it is. You bitches want to be mean to people and have like little in-house slaves? I don't understand. I just think that is not a good idea. I mean, realistically, and on top of that, men are attracted with the eyes. No matter what type of nigga you bring to these motherfucking states, bitch, if you are a big back bitch, like no, them niggas is gonna fuck you because they have to, and they're gonna find them something else better in America. And on top of that, y'all talking about some, oh, they're gonna love you. That no, the fuck they're not. Just like the passport bros, they accept that these bitches probably don't love them. You hoes are talking about these motherfuckers is gonna love you? Absolutely the fuck not. Please get on.
One of the biggest reasons or criticisms that women have for passport bros is that yes, these people just want your money. Yet when you get the same people online in America decrying men and saying you have to have money. So a lot of passport bros are saying, well, if you're gonna use me for my money, I might as well try to get the best product available. If I'm going to go and get a Mercedes, I know they're gonna beat me over the head with maintenance cost. I don't want to pay Mercedes maintenance, luxury, all that for like a Kia Soul. I don't want to do it. People, that makes sense. If you're saying the deck is stacked in such a way, then of course people just say, all right, let me get the best I can get. And then culturally, when you have someone that is set up, or other cultures that set up, that teach their women that, yeah, this is the roles you're supposed to do. Even if you're hustling that man, you still got to adhere to these roles. Men are just going to say, you know what? If it's a losing proposition all around, let me lose as gracefully and as high on a hog as possible. But the flip side, passport girls, we understand that this has been a thing that's been going on, right? This conversation grew when it happened in the black community. Expats, white expats were always doing something like this, but it was always the men. It was usually the men. When you see it with women going overseas, it's like, you're having a good time, you're enjoying yourself, you're getting, effed. But trying to now do the same thing, as passport bros say, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring him over here, and then it's all going to be gravy. What we fail to understand, as much as the conversations and the rhetoric seems so divisive today in America, in Western society, Westernized men are the most understanding and forgiving of women. They know that they grew up in the same sort of culture, so they have this expectation in general, in mass, that you have rights, you have feelings, you have things to say, you can contribute. Yes, you're going to have pockets of people denying that, people decrying that, but in reality, in comparison to some of these other cultures, a lot of stuff that happens here doesn't fly over there. You don't have the protections of the United States. You don't have the protections of the amendment. You don't have anything like that to call upon when you're over there and they say, yeah, that's not okay. That's not what we do. So there's a big cultural difference that you physically can't simply overcome. Passport bros going somewhere else, you're still a man, and you still got to adhere to some of these things. And depending where you go, it becomes more advantageous for you. It's not to say that it can't happen, not to say that women should be discouraged from doing it. It's like anything else. Let us do these things with eyes wide open. But before we continue, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss no uploads. We're still trying to do 2 a day, still trying to go strong, still trying to hit these lives. So listen, hype the video, share the video. We got merch in the store. Listen, when we watch this happen, right? This is simple. This is one of those things that we sit back and we just kind of observe. As men, we sit back and observe. But when we see women go to these other places and they try to pretend or try to play that game, you understand that it doesn't work. One, depending on where you're going, the men have a different cultural sort of appeal. A lot of times they're not industrious. They're not as ambitious. Not that they lack that. The whole culture is a little slower. For anyone that's ever been to the Caribbean and you coming to the Caribbean, you coming there with the attitude of America. That service is supposed to be fast, it's supposed to be top notch, it's supposed to be luxurious, but more important than anything else, it's supposed to be fast. They have a different framework, they have a different frame of mind. They take their time, they're enjoying other things. There's no rush. We come there impatient because we culturally think time is money, time is money, time is money. I've got to do this, I've got to do this. Plenty of places you go and it's like, well, it's time for breakfast, it's time for brunch, this place is still closed. Yeah, they adhere to a different schedule. They move sort of. They don't move and say the almighty dollar is on top of everything else. You should walk away with a in a conundrum saying, who's got it right? Us in America who has things and convenience, or them over there who seem happier and enjoy longer life, but are severely impoverished in comparison. They don't seem to notice. They don't seem to mind. Okay, that's one aspect of just a differential. Now, when you come there and say, I'm going to pluck a man here because one, he's interested. When he's interested, and as much as we decry, we hate on America, there's still plenty of people that want to come here. Okay, these are one of them. You go there and you're holding out the chance of citizenship. So he acts interested and it doesn't seem to matter because it's one of opportunity. It's not one of, I love you so much. How does he fall in love with you when he met you in your 4-day vacation in Jamaica? But here he is, right on your arm, waiting on you and giving you all the attention that you want. You have to understand when he comes to America, if you go through with that, what are the chances that he's suddenly going to, hey, he's going to get this job. He's going to be making $10,000 a month. He's going to put you up in a house and home. No, you're the breadwinner now. You're the one in charge. For those women that are doing it for a sort of power leverage, for the difference in authority, cool. As long as you have the understanding that you now have a kept man, you take care of him. You're the breadwinner. And that's just going to be a natural thing. Also, like she said, right? And it's sometimes it's very difficult for men to have these conversations when we want to talk about the weight, when we talk about the attractiveness, when it's not there for men that you grew up with, when men saying what they like. There's a difference what they like and what they're going to marry. When you come there, when you're going overseas to someone that's looking to come to the United States, that is the leverage. That's when he's going to be like, listen, I'll do what I have to do because what I get on the other end is worth it. Same thing that you're saying that these other women are doing in these countries. Yeah, she doesn't like that guy that's 5'5" and his stomach protrudes larger than he's tall. Yeah, but she knows I got to play this angle. I got to move like this so I can get what I need. Maybe it's not a ticket back to the States. Maybe it's not a citizenship, but it's help here. It's help for me and my family. If I can string this along, I can still get something from this. There's a disparity in attractiveness that you don't see. The same thing you could take, passport boys here in America or going outward. It's the same critique that's going to fall on you. You're not attractive enough to compete for the men that you actually want in the States. So you want to go overseas for a man that's less financially stable. It's not as if you're going or anyone's going overseas and say, I'm going to get the prime minister of this country. I'm going to get this, that. No. Everyone's trying to say, hey, I want to get someone that likes me, that cares about me, and is going to show me and invest in me in some way. For men, that investiture has always been easier because it's not monetary. I don't need you, whether or not, whatever country I'm in, to invest in me, to give me money, to give me sanctuary, a house, a home. No, you still want the traditional things. Hey, in your culture, you cook for your man. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. Let me settle here. Let me do this thing. The conversation is changing among passport bros and saying, I'm no longer just going to say, especially as people get older, a lot of these conversations now become about where you're going to retire. Well, I'm going to retire wherever the women that adhere to traditional roles are. My money's going to be longer. The weather's probably better. The food is probably healthier. And I'd be surrounded by women that actually know what they want from men. The reverse, you giving up a lot of conveniences of America, but a lot of people don't feel like America's convenient now. So this is not to say that you can't do that as a passport girl. It's just saying you're not going to have the type of success that men are because what you want from men has to change. And if it has to change, why not change in your own backyard? Why not make it easy and say, no, you know what I need isn't someone that's going to be investing in me, isn't someone that's going to buy me Birkins and Chanel, because he's not going to be doing that on his way from Jamaica, on his way from DR. He's not going to do that for you here. It takes time for people to become success. He's going to, and these are a lot of people that come here when they're young, so they already acclimate to America. No, you're picking someone fresh. No, they're gonna come here. They're gonna get their they're gonna get their green card, and then just like the passport bros face, that America is either going to influence them or the mask is going to be lifted. Either way, I think both sides have work to do, and I think just because for this conversation, the passport bros have been working at it for a lot longer. A lot of them are never coming back. And as long as women have that same understanding, you're going to go over there and you're never going to come back. You have to think that now, while I'm over there, what's the leverage? What's the leverage play? Because if he can't use you to get back to America, how long do you think he's going to stay with you? Unless, of course, you're going to be fitting the bill for whatever you're doing there. That's a money play. That's the same thing that passport bros enjoy. You're going to have to just be cool with being the breadwinner in that scenario. And if you are, that's fine. Absolutely. Do what you got to do. At the end of the day, we're always fans of saying, go where you loved, not where you tolerated. Go where you appreciated, not where you tolerated. Go where you want to be. Be with whom you want to be. Who are we to tell you what to do? We just want you to understand, like, both sides are going to be consequences whatever decision you make. But listen, if you disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you see other videos on your screen, check those out. Let me know your thoughts about those in those videos, of course. And if you listen to my voice now, you have not subscribed, I think you should. We're just trying to build something dope. I'll see you in the next one.